Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is on bow basics. So before you start your bow form, you want to make sure that you know some prerequisite moves. So you want to be able to master these movements before you venture into the kata. So let's go ahead and take a look at the different bow basics. We want to stand with the feet neutral, just like this. And you could use any bow. It could be a traditional bow, tapered bow. I have some tape on this bow to kind of help you guys at home reference the hand position. And if you'd like to do the same tape marks, feel free to do so. I basically have a piece of tape that's right here in the middle. And I have two pieces of tape on the side that's roughly maybe 6 or 7 inches away where you can kind of put your hand position. All right? So we're going to stand in a neutral stance here. And the hands are positioned this way. My left hand has an overhand grip and my right hand has an underhand grip. Now there's many different ways that you can grip the bow. You can do a double overhand grip just like this. But for today's video, I'm going to focus on this particular grip, which is going to be the strong hand being the right hand with an underhanded grip, and the left hand being the weak hand with an overhanded grip. So you want to make sure that you practice this grip. And one of the tips I have for you is to drop the bow and to pick it up the way that you intend to use it. So my left hand is going to grab it overhand, just like that, then my right hand grabs it underhand. I can drop it again. My right hand's going to grab it underhanded as my left hand grabs it overhanded, just like this. We can grab it both at the same time. We can be here. We can pick it up this way. But every time we grab the bow, we should always grab it with this particular grip. All right? Now from here, we want to get used to the left hand being the sliding hand. So this hand is going to slide down the bow. So you can work on sliding it down the bow just like this, okay? Your right hand, which is a strong hand, is going to be the static hand, which means it's not going to move. It's going to stay right here. All right? Why is that important? Because this is how the hands are going to consistently maneuver up and down the bow. So let's go ahead and take a look. 1, 2. Why is that important? Because we're going to point at our opponent as that hand slides. We're going to take the strong hand here, which is in a nice fist, and it's right by our neck. Okay? We want to have a tight grip here in the weak hand, which is the left out in front. Common mistakes I'll see is that students will have a weak grip, and that means the bow can easily be taken out of their hands. So you want to avoid making that mistake, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look one more time from the side. So from this perspective, here neutral, just like this. Notice that elbow is here. I got a little bit of wrist curl right here at my neck, just like that. You'll see why that's important momentarily, but we want to be right in this position. Other common mistakes is that students will have the hand be too far. It'll be like this, and that means that you're not in control of your weapon. So you want to avoid making that mistake. Let's go back and let's try that again. So from this position, we're going to slide that left hand as that right hand elbow is up right here at the neck. All right? So you want to build that one up and get that really solid. You want to get a lot of repetitions. I'd say, you want to go in sets of 25 until you feel really comfortable just going back and forth, just like that. And then when you do feel comfortable, you can add this forward strike to the mix. 1, we're going to step forward. 2, just like this. You can see that my wrist turns slightly. It turns just like this. We never want to do a forward strike where the wrist is this way because the hand can slip off. We want to make sure that the wrist turns over. We have nice positioning on that low hand, just like this. And it should be right around this area when you finish that strike, between your nose and your chin level. You want to make that consistent. So we'll do that straight ahead. 1 and 2, just like this. Again, 1 and 2. All right, we can do it from the side. Looks just like this. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. All right. So you want to make sure that you get very, very consistent on that particular strike, because that's one of the most common strikes that we see with the bow staff. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other common strikes. From here, we're going to learn how to block this way. It's kind of a rising walk position. From here, the hand is going to adjust inward, and we're going to take our strong hand, it's going to face the back. We're going to get to this position, we're going to lower the bow staff as we're going to strike to the side. So we're striking here, just like that. Then we can get back to our blocking position and back down. Let's go ahead and put all of those steps together, guys. So we're gonna block one, the hand's gonna come into, we're gonna move the bow to the back as we lower it down. That's a common mistake that students will make. They won't lower the bow the way that they should. So make sure you don't fall for that trap. And we're gonna strike across just like this. When we put all of that together, we're gonna get a nice, strong, solid technique, knocking our opponent to the side. This technique typically goes to the head level here. So let's put it together. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. And back down. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, and back down, all right? So you wanna practice, once again, until you get it consistent. Common mistakes that I'll see. Students can get here pretty well. The adjustment is a little harder for most, but it will kind of look like this, and that's off. It doesn't have that nice circular motion. It's missing this circular motion and the lowering of the bow staff to get that overall solid motion there. They're just cutting that motion short and going over the top. So make sure that you don't make that mistake. Make that movement circular and strike strong, just like this. Now this is only half of the technique. The other half is to strike to the opposite side, which is going to be this side. So we're going to take that strong hand, which is that right side. We're going to strike this way. All right, notice that the left elbow is up and I'm knocking my opponent to the side, just like this. It's pretty straightforward here. When you feel solid on that particular strike, then we can begin to put the technique together. So we're going to go from 1, 2, 1, 2, just like this. So we have to lift and lower the bow to strike. Those are the details that are very important. Lift and turn and lower the bow in order to strike. And when you're able to put those together, you're going to have really strong strikes. So just make sure that you are always in control of your weapon and that your weapon is not in control of you, okay? I'm going to give you a few more bow basics here, so stay with me. This is going to be from the forward strike. We're going to hit underneath the chin. So we have to be really solid on moving that low hand up to that initial tape that you started at. So from here, we have to lift up to at least that tape so that we can strike up to the chin, just like this. So notice the sliding of this hand. That's why it's important to watch the beginning of the video where we saw the sliding, all right? That's very important here, guys. So from this angle, once again, forward strike, we're gonna strike up to the chin, and now we're gonna go down on top of the head. So you can practice these motions, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like this, okay? You can check it out from this angle, 1, 2, and if you feel good on those, you can try side, side. You're gonna push, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. So you can practice up, down, side, side. Let's put the 4 moves together here. Up, down, side, side. And you want to practice cycling through those movements stronger and more efficiently. So complete the move, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So you want to practice, okay? The last move I want to go over with you guys in this bow basic video, okay, is going to be the cat stance, sweep, and strike. And that one works just like this. We're gonna go cat stance, we're gonna block, we're gonna put that hand in, and just as we did that over the top motion here, we're gonna do that to the back of our opponent's leg here as we turn that wrist over. Once again, just like that. Once again, just like this. We're gonna sweep the leg as we rechamber for our forward strike here, just like that. So the key is just getting all of the steps right. If you're missing one of the steps, you'll feel that something is off. So I encourage you, go step by step. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Let's take a look here from the other angle. just like that. All right? I hope that you enjoyed some of these bow basics. I have some other bow basics that are more advanced, so please stay tuned and check out the next more advanced bow basics video. I'll see you next time.